Comrade, this nothing can stop you. Motivational message I bring it to you. It's a great way having you. I have a lot of these videos on. I have a lot on on YouTube. You can go to YouTube, my channel, Bismarck say. I have more of these videos for you. You watch them, subscribe to them. Also have these books for you when you go to Amazon. When you go to Amazon and Gumroad, electronic books for you, building your competitiveness in the crowded planet, $4 for you. It will be impossible to have this world without you. $4 for you. Also, we have your marriage will be a state of mind to the world. So $5 for you. There is something inside you the world is in need of. That's also $4 for you. Leaders of generational thinkers, also $5 for you. Go to Amazon Gumroad for these electronic books. Thank you so much, and everybody, a very represents and a very exhilaration for people who have been watching my videos and also giving me the thumb ups. And everybody, thank you. I'm so grateful and know that God, who is still in the multiplication business, will multiply in every aspect you're doing. May God bless you. Today, I'm sharing with you in the next 15 minutes motivation must have entitled Competitive Integrated Edge. Competitive Integrated Edge. What are we talking about? We're talking about your ability to build your resilience. And when you say your ability to build your resilience, that will help you to develop that competitive integrated edge. What are we talking about? Your ability to withstand or recover from any difficulties. So in building a competitive career, one of the areas you have to think about is your ability to build your resilience constituously. You have, if you want to be part of the venerated personalities that have taken the whole world as their oyster by relentlessly imposing their brilliance on the world, you need to build your competitive integrated edge by deepening your skills, understanding the fact that if you want to build your competitive integrated edge, one of the vehement, indispensable instrumentality you have to efficaciously effectuate is your ability to build your resilience, to prevent any vulnerability or to reduce any vulnerability or to reduce any difficulties or reduce any preponderance of difficulty that you come across. Person like Theodor Ambrose Hubert Schreiner was a German anatomist and physiologist who discovered the stomach ferment pains in 1836. In 1839, he developed a cell theory with Matthew Schilling. He is considered the founder of modern tissue theory. He always wanted to grow the cloud of luminaries and connoisseurs. He wanted to take the whole world as an oyster. And for him to be able to effectuate this, he relentlessly built his competitive ingredient edge by enhancing his resilience in the midst of any vulnerability in the field of anatomy. And you can also epitomize. Over the protracted years, he understood building your resilience is a vehement propellant that would take you to a place of real living, not just a mere existence. And these are things we have to see it as very economic vibrancy and very strong propellant that will move you, that will help you, and the world, you will not trumpet your achievement, but the world will trumpet your achievement. Joshua Vaskikin, who is an American celebrity, once said that the moment we believe that success is determined by engraved level of ability without building your resilience, you'll be brittle in the face of adversity. Indeed. So he said that Joshua Weston, American celebrity, once said that the moment you believe that success is determined by engraved level of ability without building your resilience, you will be brittle in the face of adversity. I want to quickly remind you that go to my YouTube channel, Bismarck Say. I have a lot of Bismarck Say. I have a lot of video motivation messages for you. Go there, watch, subscribe to them. 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Also, you're thinking of bringing marital teachings on dating and other things. Your marriage will be a state of mind. But you have books on Amazon Gumroad. Books I've already told you. Books like Building Your Competitiveness in a Crowded Planet. $4 on Amazon Gumroad electronic book. It will be impossible to have this world without you. $4 Amazon Gumroad. Your marriage will be a state of mind to the world. $5 Amazon Gumroad. There is something inside you the world is in need of. $4 Amazon Gumroad. Leaders of generational thinkers, $5 Amazon Gumroad. So continue. Indeed, we are sharing the motivation message I've entitled "Building a Competitive Integrated Edge," and we basically are saying you are building your sort of resilience to deal with any vulnerability. Indeed, it is a controvertible fact that without building your resilience, you will brittle in the face of adversity, because personalities with pervasive but failed to exhibit resilience are no more in the race. And these are things we have to understand. It's very systemic for us to embrace in ourselves to enhance the efficiency and the productivity of our mind. And these are to help reinvent ourselves, consolidated ideas. We can consolidate our gains when a relentless pursuit. Somebody asks, how do I build my resilience to attain competitive integrated edge? How do I build my resilience? How do I build my resilience to obtain competitive integrated edge? Number one, examine competitive environment in your field of discipline. You need to have personalities that detected the direction of competition, how they demonstrated resilience in the midst of any heckling attacks. Examine 30 to 50% of some of these personalities, synthesize, juxtapose, and impregnate into your relentless committing possibility development over the period. Some of these competitive environment can be your country, group of people, community, and global world. So look at competitive environment, inimitable vulnerable persons that live in this environment. What are some of the resilience strategies they operationalize that help them to live in this environment? Analyze them and extrapolate them to build your competitive integrated edge that actually relies on that level of resilience to take you to where you want to be. This reminds me of a personality like Frederick Douglass, astute Frederick Douglass was an astute social reformer, abolitionist orator, writer, and a statesman who had a very grandiose achievement, who have a very magnificent achievement when it comes to building his competitive integrated edge, when it comes to that level of resilience. And he achieved that consistently. You can also achieve that for yourself. This is nothing can stop your motivation message. Number two, how do I build my resilience to obtain competitive integrated edge? Number two, let every failed personal idea, plans, and ambition represent a word of resilience in you. Let it represent a word of resilience in you. Examine failed, examine your failed ideas, plans, and ambitions for past 5 years. Find out which of them will be relevant. Extract robust strategies from top-notch or luminaries in your field of discipline. Because the work towards, or patently, or most importantly, work towards facilitating these strategies to re-engineer these field plans and ideas and ambitions, and find out how you can implement or operationalize them to achieve a very propitious outcome to shape the direction of the competition. So number two, you want to build your competitive integrated edge that reckons on your resilience. One of the things you cannot be oblivious about, one of the things you cannot lose sight about, one of them you cannot abnegate. The fact that you can look at some of your failed ideas, plans, and ambition over the years. Visit them, look at which ones are still relevant for you. You can look at some of them that are relevant, you can still implement. Look at the extract all the best strategies from the top notch in your field of discipline and see how meticulously, or most importantly, or conspicuously, or assiduously, or hardworkingly, you look at how can these strategies help you to re-engineer these field plans and make them work. They will build your resilience, how to rise out of failed situation when it comes to building a competitive integrated edge. And these are things that will help you to achieve. And you want to take the whole world as your oyster. That will help you live long in productivity and show your renaissance and irresistible state when it comes to dealing with any heckling tasks, when it comes to giving yourself a sense of adventurousness and unconventional thinking to convert any mental blocks to building blocks. Number three, how do I build my resilience to attain competitive integrated? As and that what I told you the point two, because we epitomize what I told you about looking at your field plans and ideas and see how you operationalize them was epitomized by someone like Peter J. Daniels, who read about 2,000 autobiographies, failed 3 times, but bounced back with that level of permeating, penetrating force and that crystallizing achievement. You look at all these field plans and ideas, how can you re-engineer, how can you re-operationalize them to achieve the needed outcome? Was something that is very vehement for us to achieve. And these are things you can also epitomize. Number three, compare yourself with yourself. How can you live long in productivity and efficiency for the next 10 years? In the next 10 years, how can I live long in productivity and efficiency? You compare yourself with yourself. What is your level of productivity and efficiency today? How can I live long in that in the next 10 years? What are some of the level of resilience strategies I need to achieve to have to get them to achieve that? Through practical reading knowledge of the world already in your field of discipline, you can extrapolate this to build that level of resilience you need to build that your competitive integrated edge, where you build your competitiveness to help colonize your field of it, your field of operation, your field of discipline. What you have over the period is something we are also looking at what is very good for us. How do we channel your synergies to all the potentialities? You have to understand that you cannot afford to live any ordinary life. Stop huffing and puffing. Understand what it means understand the character of acquisitiveness and enhancing opportunity generating capabilities. At any point when you understand, that yes, I compare myself with myself, what I want to achieve in the next 10 years, how can I live long in productivity and efficiency over a period and achieve that? These are things you have to wrap your mind around it, move away from any wishful thinking, move away from any wishful thinking and move to a very unconventional approach. And I think that will help you convert your mental blocks or building blocks. These are things you have to embrace yourself with. Number three, if you do that, you epitomize somebody like Nikola Tesla, who was an automobile specialist, who understood what it means, what it period to compare himself with yourself, and see what are some of the resilient strategies that it can help him live long in productivity and efficiency in the next 10 years. How can he operationalize? And these are things also you have to think about how you also achieve that. Number four, let the world struggle be your struggle. Let the world, your country struggle be your struggle. Let your community struggle be your struggle. Why is it relevant for you to build your competitive edge that relies on resilience? This will challenge the efficiency and productivity of your mind to restore any lost resourcefulness of your world, country, or community. This is indeed rudimental arsenal is a fundamental requirement. It's a rudimental arsenal fundamental requirement to build your resilience for massive recovery. So let the world struggle be your struggle. Let your country struggle, community struggle be your struggle. Let the country struggle be your struggle. Why? It will challenge you to look at some of the resources that the world, your community, country have lost over the period. How can I help the world regain these things the world have lost? The world have experienced a very repetitive or very unpleasant development when it comes to genocide, when it comes to World War II, to typhoons, cyclones, economic depressions, and all those that have made the world lost a lot of productivity, more than $13 trillion for the past or more than 4 decades, 5 decades. The Korea War, the China missile crisis, Vietnam War, and all those sort of very detestable acts that happened over the period. How can you help the world recover some of these lost productivity? Maybe through bringing new ideas of working efficiency, bringing new product helps, something that will make people more very productive over the period. People are thinking about how they can help the world be more productive than before. So the world lost productivity over the period due to these genocide, due to these cyclones, typhoons, and all those things, and some economic depressions, economic encumbrance, all those things can be attenuated. People like Winston Churchill, who was the Prime Minister of UK that time during the Second World War, when Adolf Hitler invaded Poland. That time, they set up a 300,000 soldiers, 330,000 soldiers to go help these people, these Polish people. And when they were going, they were trapped in the river called Dunkirk in France. And Winston Churchill and his men was how France, British, Belgium. How can these soldiers be trapped? Adolf Hitler want to kill 330,000 soldiers. So what would Winston Churchill do? And they understood how to build his competitive degree edge. He understood what it means to make the world struggle be struggle. And what they did was that he formed Operation Dynamo, where he set up soldiers, they formed together to rescue them. That time, the head of the British monarchy also organized a prayer marathon where the Archbishop of the Canterbury and other people, they prayed very hard. Whilst Winston Churchill also operationalized Operation Dynamo. And they went to rescue these 300,000 soldiers that were trapped at Dunkirk, and Adolf Hitler couldn't kill them. And today, if you go to France, France, Belgium, British, they call it the miracle of Dunkirk. Why? Winston Churchill understood that the world struggle should be a struggle, and understood that the community struggle should be a struggle, and whatever goes on, you have to work towards achieving getting that. Number five, how do you achieve? Examine geographical environment. That's likely to affect your positive life development and ambition in the next 3 years. Find out some of the strategies you have to operationalize to attenuate these adverse effects that will affect your ambition. It will help you build your resilience to withstand any difficulties. To look at any geographical environment, look at some of the operations, some of the things that are there that can adversely affect your ambition in this day. Find out one of the strategies you have to develop to attenuate it over the period. And if you're able to do that over the period, it will help us to build a resilience, how to face difficulty in geographical environment. People like, okay, Sumut, the CEO of MasterCard over the period, are people who are able to operate and achieve very propitious results, but understand these things very well. Thank you for your time. I want to remind you, I have a lot of videos on YouTube. Bismarck Osei, use the name Bismarck Osei. Go to my channel. Nothing can stop you. Motivational message. Go and watch them. Subscribe to them. I have these ebooks for you. We have building your competitiveness in a crowded planet. $4. Amazon Gumroad. We have it will be impossible to have this world without you. $4. Amazon Gumroad. We have your marriage will be a state of mind. $5. There is something inside you. The world is in need of $4. The leaders of generational changes $5. Amazon Gumroad. They'll in the month of May, they're going to be teaching some dating, relationship, courtship, and marriage. Also on the same channel. You follow me. Thank you so much for your time and keep following me. Bye bye.